Hello everyone, welcome to Wikipedia. My name is Ankur Sharma. We are practicing gap question answers, and those who are following me in sequence. Sequence is very important in accountancy. So especially if you are a non-commerce student. So start from the first one. If you are seeing directly this video, it's fine. You can see this, but after that, you just follow the sequence and start from the first one. That will give you a better that will provide you a better chance for practice. And if you are already practicing, if you have already done your course, then it is fine. You can practice MCQ questions with me. But if you are not well versed with your basics of accountancy, then you can go for this video courses. These are video courses. If you open our site, this is video courses, and from here you can choose this gap module, and here you will find each and every, you have 34 lectures, PDF also, you have practice questions also, and topic wise you will get live classes for which are going on, presently going on, and you will get notes, PDF, recorded batch of 2023, the previous exam when it was held. You will get all those. You will cover all, maximum every topic. And then yes, like this cash flow, today lecture on cash flow is on 3 p.m. and you will get total of 34 lectures which will cover your whole syllabus. If you think that you have already revised once and you have doubts in some particular topics, then you can go for our micro courses. And these, in our micro courses, you can practice each and every topic. You can choose any of the topics, and whatever you want, whichever topic you want, you can choose it. So if you want to do the full course, you can go for our module course. If you only want test series, you can go for the test series. And if you want to do specific topics like joint venture and you're related to the joint venture, consignment or cash flow or shares or debentures, you can pick those in particular topics from our micro series also. Now we will continue with our present session. The present session was related, the last session was related to these accounting standards, and now today we will cover this topic, that is accounting standards. Now the first question is, which accounting standard relates to event occurring after balance sheet? So as I have told you, you only have to focus, on the type of questions which I am covering in these practice sessions. You base your preparation according to these questions only. Don't go for in-depth analysis of specifically accounting standards. I will let you know in the class which ones. The basic accounting you study is mostly covered in accounting standard 1, 2, 3. 3 is for cash flow, and 10 and few others. You only have to do few accounting standards in detail, or you can say when you revise +1, +2, when you do +1, +2 and your commerce, whatever you are doing, BCom or even BBA, if you cover, whatever you study are under these some accounting standards like 1, 2, 3 and few others. So you don't have to do less. I will let you know. You don't have to do which ones you don't have to do in depth. That will come further. But still, the first one, accounting standard relates to events occurring after balance sheet. A, B, C, D. Which one is the answer? Let's see who answers first. So accounting standard 4. Accounting standard 4 is related to events occurring after balance sheet. Now accounting standard 2 is valuation of inventories. So when whatever you have studied in your BCom, in your +1, in your +2 regarding inventories is under this standard. So this standard is already covered in whatever chapters you do. Similarly, this one, accounting standard 1 is related to disclosure of accounting policies. So conventions, standards, assumptions, all are covered under this one. So is classification of disclosure of items in profit and loss account. So you already know profit and loss के अंदर क्या क्या आता है. What are the items which are covered in profit and loss? If you have studied accountancy, and if you have not studied accountancy, I told you can go for the module course, then you will come to. So you only need to know the list from this particular topic. You just need to know the list. So what this accounting standard 4 is related to, what accounting standard 3 is related to, 2 is related to. So these topics you already, whenever you do whatever you have done in accountancy, +1, +2, or even in your commerce, or in whatever exam which is based on accountancy, if you have done basic accounting, then you normally cover these principles, automatically cover these principles. You may or may not know, but unintentionally you are covering all those things. Accounting standard board was constituted on, this you have to be very precise, this date, this date, this date, or this date. Year is 1977 and date is 21st April. So this is the question which there is a possibility that they can ask. Now this is a previous year question. Now you should understand here, no accounting standard is mentioned, but which one of the following accounting concepts? So all accounting concepts are defined in accounting standard 1. So they could have mentioned, this is a previous year question, they could have mentioned accounting standard also, but this may or may not have been mentioned. This may be mentioned or may not have may not have been mentioned, but you should always read this statement carefully and normally you will get your answer. Which of the following accounting concept is applied by an entity when the event such as competitor entering into market, rift between producer and marketing department are not disclosed in book of accounts? So this standard may or may not be mentioned in the question. You have to read the question very carefully. Whatever the question is, you must have studied if you have prepared for accountancy well. You must have covered in your basic accounting or in your higher level accounting or in intermediate accounting. So the answer to this is not matching concept, not revenue recognition, not cost concept. It is money measurement concept, right? How many accounting standards have been issued by ICAI? कितने issue किए ICAI ने? How many accounting standards have been issued? So 25, 29, 32. So you have to keep in mind this statement, have been issued. अभी तक कितने issue हुए हैं? Have been issued. So that is 32. But out of these, some have been merged, some have been withdrawn, and at present, you can say at current, these accounting standards which are in practice is number of accounting standard is 27, but the total which have been issued is 32. So in such a question, you have to read the statement very carefully. वो present पूछ रहे हैं या फिर they are asking about the past, पहले का पूछ रहे हैं. So ICAI, the Council of Institutes in India, so far issued 32 accounting standards, but some have been withdrawn, some have been replaced, some have been merged, and currently कितने हैं? 27. So the fifth question for today: different organizations from the same industry should select accounting policies as per provision of the Companies Act, as per auditing and assurance standards on uniform basis for one concern to another and from one accounting period to another as per convenience. So you have to answer this. This is a very basic question. Any question related to assumptions, your conventions, your accounting policies is related to accounting standard 1 only. Everything is defined in accounting standard 1. This you should keep in mind. Like any question which is related to cash flow statement is defined in accounting standard 3, right? So the cash flow statement, whomsoever has studied accountancy in +1 and +2, he must be aware with cash flow statement. What are the formats, and you have an idea. You must be aware, and if you have prepared well, आपको सब पता होगा operating activity होती है, non operating activity होती है. But you may not be aware of that this all is defined in accounting standard 3. So you should know the list very carefully regarding this topic. Which accounting standard is related to which topic? है ना? Now, selecting accounting policies, obviously, as per provisions of Companies Act cannot be the answer. Okay? You have to select your accounting policies according to Companies Act. Otherwise, you are not doing a legal thing. Auditing as per auditing and assurance standard, no related to that. Different organizations from same industry should select accounting policy as per the provisions. Or not when you are talking about accounting policies, they must be based upon accounting standards. So this is not the right answer. This is not the right answer. As per convenience basis is also not applicable. On uniform basis from one concern, it should be uniform. For example, if you are picking up method related to depreciation, so it must be uniform from one concern to another and from one accounting period to another. Okay, the different accounting, whatever you choose, must be uniform. Uniform means it is not that first year you follow one method, other year you follow one method. Similarly, regarding inventories, LIFO, FIFO, there are many methods. If you are following one method, it should be uniform basis from one accounting period to another accounting period and from one concern to another concern. Whatever you decide, it must be uniform. The generally accepted accounting principles are codified by accounting theories, accounting policies, accounting concept, accounting standard. Very easy. Let's see. And you should also check whatever the topic we are covering. I am going sequence wise. First we will cover basic accounting, then we will go on to the higher level accounting. So you must see your score. Honestly, see your score, that how many questions you get, you answer correctly, so that you have an idea how much versed with your topic you are. If you're getting above 7, you're getting 7, 8, 9 or 10, that means you are almost well versed with your topic. But below that means you don't have a clear or you can say you are not well versed with your concepts. So you need to prepare well. You need to revise more. But base your revision according to whatever questions I am taking up. Basic accounting, so you have to do in detail. Accounting standards and all the assumptions, concept, consumption, introduction, terms. That is very important. So the answer is obviously whatever accounting gap, generally accepted accounting principles, GAAP. This is GAAP. This is full form is this, and codified under obviously accounting standard, nothing else. So accounting standards are the basic, the 32 accounting standards issued till now by the ICAI are the basis of each and every accounting you can say chapter you have done till now. Whatever you read in your full accountancy, whether it is basic, whether it is intermediate, whether it is final. So this question, accounting rent may be classified as natural person, representative personal account, real account, nominal account. What is the answer to this? Very easy question, and this is a question, this is a type of question which has been asked in your exam. This is a previous year question. So this you can say there are two types of account, personal and impersonal accounts. Under this personal account, there are further three types of accounts. One is natural person, one is representative personal, and one is artificial person. And here the impersonal are real and nominal. So what is the exact answer to this? Exact answer to this is representative personal account. And what is the representative personal account, and what is the difference between representative personal account and this outstanding representative personal account and artificial person? The difference between these two terms is that artificial person is a person which is which you can say is legally accepted by our law defines them as artificial person, and they have their own stamp, like companies, banks, and other institutions, government institutions, which are legally accepted, our law accepts them as artificial person. And representative personal accounts are those accounts which are used in accountancy, This accounting rent is an expense, so it is a nominal account, but when it is not paid, it is assumed because of that accrual concept. Due to the accrual concept, you have to record a expense, whether you pay it or whether you don't pay it. So when you don't pay it, it becomes outstanding. So we assume that this outstanding rent is an representative personal account, and in future we have to pay this person the amount of rent which we have not paid today. I hope it is clear. So again, natural person relates to individual entities, and representative personal is correct. This is the answer. So as per accounting standard 1, the effect of any change in accounting policy should on the value of any item in final accounts. Final account should be ignored, discounted, reported in director's report, or also be disclosed. So as per accounting standards. So if this is not mentioned, then also the answer will remain same. Okay? So in any question they can mention this accounting standard, so don't get confused with that. You just read the statement, and if you have prepared well on your basics and intermediate accounting, you will be able to answer the question. There's nothing, no fuss about it. Be ignored, be discounted, you cannot ignore it. Change in accounting policy, you cannot ignore it. Cannot be discount, provide any discount or a benefit for that. In director's report, no, it also be disclosed. It should also be disclosed. To ensure proper understanding of financial statement, it is necessary that all significant accounting policies adopted in a preparation and presentation of financial statement must be disclosed. So if you change your accounting policies, here it is any change in accounting policy, so yes, you have to specify it. You have to disclose it. Now here, which accounting standard relates to the hire purchase transactions? Which accounting standard relates to hire purchase accounting standard? 19, 21, 23, 28. So when I was talking about that, you don't have to really do few accounting principles in depth. Then I was talking about these also, these and many others. The main you must. So the answer is accounting standard, which relates to this is accounting standard 19. So in this case, you must know that what this accounting standard 19 covers. It covers lease agreements, lease agreement for items, motions, videos, lease agreements for use of land, consolidated financial statements, And this accounting 23 is related to accounting for investment in associates in consolidate financial statement. Accounting for investment, this is impairment of assets. So you must be aware of these numbers and what they are related to. Especially these one above 28, even above, you can say the main you should know accounting standard 1, 2, 3. 3 you cover as cash flow statements. Then 10 is related to assets and depreciation, that also you do in detail. So you should be knowing these, only such these regarding to hire purchase agreements, or what we amalgamations and all that. Those you don't have to do in detail. They are not in the they are normally asked when you do CA Inter or a CA level exam, not on other or not in any other competitive exam. They will only ask you regarding, you can get a question like this or like this. According to disclosure should be made in relevant places, at one place in the profit and loss account, in balance sheet. Where will you do the disclosures related to your policies or any changes, whatever disclosures you say. There's a convention related to full disclosure. You have to disclose all material facts. So where will you disclose? In profit and loss, balance sheet, relevant places. So relevant places are not a right answer. It is not a right answer. Not here, not here. It must be at one place. It must be at one place. Disclosure should be a part of financial statement, normally in any one place. Any change in accounting policy which has a material effect in the current period or expected to have material effect in later periods should be disclosed where? At, normally at, or in, at any one place. So these are the type of questions which are expected to come in your exam. I covered around 20 questions, so you can see to it how many questions you were able to answer, and then you need to revise this topic well. This topic and the earlier ones, which I say assumptions, conventions, accounting principles, and all this topic you have to do it in detail. But when it comes to accounting standards, so these standards like 19, 20, 21, 28, or you can say 16, 12, 19 is covered, 18, all these you don't have to do in detail. You just must be knowing that accounting standard 16 is related to what, which topic. Others, accounting standard 1, cash flow, balance sheet, and all those things you already do in detail. Whenever you do, I said you revise, whenever you do your accounting in +1, +2, whatever you have done in +1, +2 or BCom, if you are a commerce student, and if you are not a commerce student, if you have revised accountancy for any exam, any competitive exam, then also syllabus is covered likewise only, because +1, +2, first the +1 syllabus is called basic accounting. So you must have covered all other accounting standards like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 10 in this syllabus only. So we will move on to the next topic, which relates to accounting cycles, means journal, questions from journal, ledger, accounting equations, financial statements. We will do it in a sequence. So we will meet in next class. Till then, thank you very much, and I hope these sessions are helpful to you. And if you want to cover any specific topic, I would be covering each and every aspect related to your exam in these MCQs practice sessions. But whatever we have done till now, I think there have been roughly 9 sessions. So if you want to cover a specific topic, or you want, if you have any query, you can ask. you can ask in comments. So thank you very much.